peace among men, and that he might reconcile both unto God in one body by the cross. That's peace with God. Jesus broke down the wall, made it possible for there to be peace among men and peace with God. He goes on to say in one body, and that simply means one church, by the cross having slain the enmity thereby. And so the word enmity characterizes the middle wall of partition. It was a curtain wall of enmity, of hatred and hostility. It was sin and iniquity that drew the curtain between man and God, and subsequently between man and his fellow man. But I stopped by to tell you tonight there is good news, because the wall is gone. The privileges, the privations rather, of the past have given way to the privileges of the present. The section of Scripture which constitutes our text tonight, verses 11 through 16, begins with these words: therefore remember. And you know, sometimes it's just good to remember, to reflect back to where you came from and how things used to be. And you know, we cannot really appreciate the blessedness of where we are if we don't know the cussedness of where we've been. It's difficult to act responsibly with the privileges of the present if we don't understand the privations of the past. It's kind of hard to appreciate inside toilets if you don't know what it's like to use an outhouse. I wish I had somebody up there. Yeah. It's hard to appreciate washing machines if you never spent any time with tin tubs and rub boards. It's kind of hard to appreciate walking in the front door if you never had to use the back door. It's kind of hard to appreciate preaching for a decent salary if you never preached for a sack of potatoes and a side of meat. I wish I had somebody say amen for him. You see, we need to reflect sometime and just remember the privations of the past in order to appreciate the privileges of the present. I got a good friend over in Quitman, Georgia. He says, you know, we've come a long way. We've come from cotton fields to Oldsmobiles. We come from cotton sacks to Cadillacs. We come from the stock yards to the stock markets, from back streets to Wall Streets. And so every now and then we need to just stop it and recollect and stop and reminisce in order to appreciate what we have.